Hiya Theo, let's talk about now the driver setup, and as we said from the session the other day, there's definitely potential for you to get that 200-yard mark. It's just a question of standing the ball more efficiently and getting the most out of your driver. The thing in the past was your golf ball was obviously curling off to the right, so you created things in your golf swing to try and stop it going to the right, which involved you kind of pulling your arms into the left here to try to hit the golf ball somewhere in that direction to compensate for the slice you had off to the right. So part of the reason why we're doing that was that left-hand grip was getting a little bit in what we call a weak position, too far around to the left. What we want to try to see is make sure we can see a little bit more of that FootJoy logo on your glove. It could be turned a little bit more over here on the right-hand side. That's going to help you square the club face up, and as we saw in the lesson towards the end, when you did have that grip in a better position, the shots were just then going straight to the left. And once you start seeing a few drives going straight left, you're not going to feel the need to then pull your arms in to the body. We can see here in the practice swing on the right hand side, when you're not fearful of the club face being open, we can make a nice extended swish through with the arms, knowing that it doesn't matter if the club was open. We're just focusing on the good movement that we're trying to make that creates on the power, so keeping a bit more width in the swing and swishing that club through to a nice full finish. The other thing we suggested at setup was going a slightly wider stance. If the feet get a little bit too narrow, it's not going to give us enough stability for the base to create enough speed and have the confidence to rotate our body better. So we can see on the left hand side with that narrow stance, backswing wise fine, creating power a lot better. And from previous lesson we said about the sway, we're trying to reduce that. That's definitely going now. What we've got to try and focus on now is this extension now through the target. You can see here on the left, the arms pulling it the body, just trying to do whatever you possibly can to hit it non-right, which in this case is sort of pull with the left arms and quite a narrow swing. And that's going to cause you sort of to cut across the ball, reduce a lot of speed to the back of the ball. The ball therefore won't go as far as it should do. And as we said, if you can get 120 yards out of your 8-iron, 130 yards even, 200 yards is well within your capabilities. So we can get that grip better, a little bit more width in the stance. We can then get a bit more width in the swing. If we look here at the swing, you see a slightly wider stance now at address. Otherwise, everything else is very, very good with that left-hand grip. There's still the tendency in this swing, obviously because that's instinctive, to pull the arms in. But with this swing now, when you did pull the arms in and sort of huck it left, it did just go straight left. And once you start seeing a golf ball now go to the left, you're not going to feel the need to make this move quite so much now, because this move with the arms pulling in was purely caused by a need to stop it going to the right. We stopped that need now by changing that grip a little bit and getting that stance a little bit wider. We can now just focus on the club now swinging more towards target as opposed to trying to swing it non-right. So I hope that all makes sense. Have a bit of practice there over the next couple of days, and when you're free to come back for the next lesson, we'll see you again soon.